Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way,
Welcome and welcome back, Assassin. If you're not an assassin and you would like to become one, all you need to do is subscribe and tap the notification bell so that way you don't miss a new upload. So, I am waxing lower legs today. I've actually already pre-cleansed as well as applied some powder to her legs to help pick up the hairs. And now I'm going in with my Ital Wax Cleopatra once again, and I'm using this to wax her legs. So you guys, I really wanted to upload this video because I did run into a few difficulties with this wax as well as with my environment and things like that. So I wanted to upload this as a little bit of a learning curve for everyone. So as you can see, the wax was applied in a mirror-like pattern, and now I'm going to go ahead and lift, and there it goes. My wax broke on me. And so a tip is to, if you can pick up the wax without causing pain, then do so. But if not, go back to your wax pot, grab some more wax, create a new lip. Just lay that wax right on top and create that new lip so that way you're not hurting your client. I know y'all saw her toes kind of curl up on me. And so this side does the same thing. So the reason that this happened is because my room was a little bit colder, her body was a little bit colder. The wax at the time may have been a little bit colder. So this is where we got to start adjusting. We got to start, understanding what it is that is causing for our wax to break. Not all waxes break easily. You have this wax by Ital Wax. It's their Cleopatra version, and it dries faster. So that means you got to move a little bit quicker. You also got to be mindful of how cold your room is. So you have to know how to adjust. You really do. You have to know how to adjust. It broke again on me. So that's twice. Well, really now 3 times that wax broke on me. So it's like, okay, we need to make this wax a little bit warmer. So when I'm waxing and I'm doing any type of mirror-like motion, I go from the right of the body to the left of the body. So this is, her right leg that I'm on, or the right side of her body. I worked my way from right, middle to the left. And also, as you can see, I didn't let those strips stay on as long because I was noticing how quickly the wax was drying and that it was causing breakage. Breakage can lead to ingrown hairs for your client, especially if they don't exfoliate. So we want to try to minimize as many broken hairs on the client as possible. And also, as you can see, I went back and I was picking up the wax kind of as soon as I put it down because I knew that the wax was drying. There are a lot of different techniques that I did try in this whole waxing session to accommodate my client so that way it was a little bit more comfortable for her. So I am now going back in an upward direction to pick up any missed hairs. Everybody's hair grows differently. You cannot assume that everybody's hair is just going to grow downward and that because you picked up majority of the hair that all that hair is now gone. No, you definitely want to make sure that you're doing cleanup strips. So I go up, I come back, I remove that hair. If I'm still feeling any hairs on the legs or anything, I'm going to go back and clean it up. And when I say clean up, I mean I'm just going to do, a strip in that area to try to pick up as many hairs as I can. And I don't wax over the body more than 3 times because after that, the skin is going to start feeling raw. It's going to start showing signs of being waxed. We want to minimize as much of the trauma that waxing causes to the skin as possible, okay? Y'all, this wax is so pretty. Like, this color is so pretty. It's a gold. Like, it's pretty. Also, another thing is, don't leave your clients covered in wax if you can. Sometimes it does happen, but that's why we have oils and wax removers and things like that to help get that wax off. Or go back and lay some wax back on that wax that was left over and pick that wax up. You don't want your client getting out of your space and then they still have wax on them, especially in the Brazilian area. My own personal experience, I've had wax left on me before, and when I made it home to shower and I'm pulling, my underwear off, I feel like I'm being re-waxed again because it was like a little glob of wax. No matter how big or small that piece of wax is, pick that up off your client. So once again, wax is breaking. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to work, you guys. It's not going to work. We got to figure this out. So um, it was just this wax for her lower legs did give me a challenge. I used this wax for her Brazilian, and I actually had a great time using it. But for just kind of a bigger surface area, I noticed that I was running into a few struggles. So now I'm doing the top of her knees. And for my lower leg waxing service, it does go from the top of the knees all the way down to the toes if the client wants to have their toes waxed as well. So it just waxes the top of the toe all the way down to the big toe, to the little toe. And so we picked up the strip. Now we're gonna go ahead and lay the other strip because I did turn my wax up and I felt that it was possibly the best temperature without burning the client. That's why I went back to laying 2 strips. Now, in my honest opinion, this wax is really great to work with. It's really easy to work with, especially if you are a beginner with waxing or if you're trying to learn how to speed wax. This wax will make you be on it. You will literally feel like you have to stay on your game with this wax. So if you're learning how to use a different wax, I feel like a tile wax Cleopatra will be great. And I do feel like you guys should try it out. Just be mindful that bigger surface areas are going to be where you kind of have a little bit of a learning curve or a little bit of a struggle with it. Once again, it broke on me. So the knees, elbows, tops of the feet, bottom of the feet, those are going to be more of your colder areas or your drier areas, which can cause the wax to kind of stick to those dry patches and not want to come up. So make sure you're oiling down your clients or cleansing your clients really, really, really well. And that should help to alleviate some of those times to where the wax is breaking on you. And we do not double dip over here, period. I do not care if it is going to cut down on the cost of your supplies. We don't double dip. We don't. We are not spreading bacteria. We are not spreading germs. We are not doing any of it. We are going to throw away that stick once it touches the client's skin. Done and done. Okay? Done and done. And also another thing is, you guys, so it may seem like I waxed a good portion of her leg from this angle. We still got to do the back. We still got to do the back of that leg. Because it may seem like you got all the hair, how, they may have twisted and turned. Nope. We still got to wax the back of that leg. So starting right in the middle. Well, actually, I started to the left side on this leg. And then I went back and laid a strip on the right side of that same leg. And I do this sometimes if I am feeling like I can lay both strips. And sorry about kind of being in the way of the camera. But I do sometimes do that if I know, okay, yeah, I can lay both these strips with no problem. And once again, the wax is breaking. Like I did turn it down because I noticed that it was getting a little runny. And I like for my wax to be the consistency of cake batter to brownie batter. That's how I know the wax is going to be the best temperature at all times. Another thing is that I lay a strip, pick up a strip. Lay a strip, pick up a strip. So if I laid that strip down while I'm waiting on it, I will go and lay another strip. But as you can see with some waxes, you have to go back and pick up that strip as soon as you lay it. So you can't kind of have that mentality of lay a strip, pick up a strip. Now, this is another video that I did not speed up because I wanted you guys to see the entire gist of the service. And it is a 15-minute service. I don't care how quick you are with waxing. I like being very efficient and effective in my waxing, so I do use the full 15 minutes. The time is there. I booked out, excuse me. The time is there. I booked out that 15-minute session. I am going to use that 15 minutes to make sure that we get up all the hairs. And I also have my clients go and check their legs, rub down their legs in case I miss anything. 2 sets of eyes are better than 1, honestly. So just like we did on the front, we're doing on the back to where we did the right to left pattern, as well as going in the opposite direction of the hair growth once we've already removed the hair that was growing with, well, in the direction of the hair growth. So I'm continuing to do my strips in the opposite direction and picking up any hairs that were left over. And then I'm also going to make sure that I pick up any wax that may have been left over as well. So she was really an easy client to wax. I love my clients that are super easy to wax, but I also really, really love a challenge. So when I can turn, a person that was a habitual shaver or a Nair or Veet user to waxing, like the accomplishments just feel so great. So I absolutely love it. I really do. I absolutely love to change people's mindset on waxing. And I did see a little spot right in here that I needed to go back and pick up. So that's what we're doing. And we're spreading that wax on out. It may not look like a lot of wax, but as you can see, it was more than enough to do what I needed it to do. All right, so we're kind of just going around looking at different angles. So you see that I am on the other side of the bed now. I normally like to stay only on the right side of the bed because I am right-handed, but if you are a left-hand waxer, you like to move around the bed, you can do so. So I did end up moving to the other side of the bed just to, double check that I picked up any hairs that needed to be picked up. Ooh, smooth the legs for the stomach, y'all. She is just about ready to go and show these legs off to whoever she want to go show them off to. And if you've ever had your legs waxed, then you know that freshly waxed legs and freshly washed sheets go hand in hand, baby. You be feeling like you sliding on silk. So now I'm just oiling her legs up and also checking to make sure that we picked up all the hair. So just a little bit of aftercare for her to get her started before she leaves for whatever she may have planned. And that is the end of this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys in the next video.